back home in Michigan, and it tastes like Jack when I'm kissing him. So I told him that I never really liked his friends. Now he's gone and he's calling me a bitch again. There's a guy that lives in a garden state, and he told me that we make it till we graduate. So I told him that the music will be worth the wait, but he wants me in the kitchen when the dinner plate. I believe that we're meant to be. But jealousy get the best of me. Look, I don't mean to frustrate, but I always make the same mistakes, yeah. Always make the same mistakes, cause I'm bad at love, ooh, ooh. But you can't blame me for trying. You know I'd be lying, saying you're the one, ooh, ooh. That could finally fix me. Looking at my history, I'm bad at love. Got a girl with California eyes, and I thought that she could really be the one this time. But I never got the chance to make her mine, because she fell in love with little thin white lines. London girl with an attitude, we never told no one, but we look so cute. Both got way better things to do, but I always think about it when I'm riding through. I believe that I'm in too deep. And jealousy get the best in me. Look, I don't mean to frustrate, but I always make the same mistakes, yeah. Always make the same mistakes, cause I'm bad at love, ooh, ooh. But you can't blame me for trying. You know I'd be lying, saying you're the one, ooh, ooh. That could finally fix me. Looking at my history, I'm bad at love, ooh, ooh. Oh, you know, you know, you know, you know, I'm bad at love, ooh, ooh. I'm bad at love, yeah. I know that you're afraid I'm gonna walk away. It's time the feeling fades. It's time the feeling fades. I know that you're afraid I'm gonna walk away. It's time the feeling fades. You know I'm bad at love, but you can't blame me for trying. You know I'd be lying, saying you're the one, ooh, ooh. That could finally fix me. Looking at my history, I'm bad at love, ooh, ooh. Oh, you know, you know, you know, you know, I'm bad at love, ooh, ooh. Oh. Got a boy back home in Michigan, and it tastes like Jack when I'm kissing him. So I told him that I never really liked his friends. Now he's gone and he's calling me a bitch again. There's a guy that lives in a garden state, and he told me that we make it till we graduate. So I told him that the music will be worth the wait, but he wants me in the kitchen when the dinner plate. I believe that we're meant to be. But jealousy get the best of me. Look, I don't mean to frustrate, but I always make the same mistakes, yeah. Always make the same mistakes, cause I'm bad at love, ooh, ooh. But you can't blame me for trying. You know I'd be lying, saying you're the one, ooh, ooh. That could finally fix me. Looking at my history, I'm bad at love. Got a girl with California eyes, and I thought that she could really be the one this time. But I never got the chance to make her mine, because she fell in love with little thin white lines. London girl with an attitude, we never told no one, but we look so cute. Both got way better things
Welcome
to
home
do,
all.
but I
It
always
is
think about
Friday night. It is cheap date night. A little bit later than normal. Finagling and fanoodling with the time. But we do have for you tonight, cheap date night, and then the glam show from New York now will be on immediately thereafter once I'm done with my time here. So you'll get Gabby in New York now that she's locked in and set She's quarantining. I think some of you guys that watch her show, you know, she's quarantining for 2 weeks, and then she'll start her semester at Sarah Lawrence, you know, right thereafter. And so you get the 2 shows, only different, little bit different times. So we're going a little bit further back, so it's a later than normal right now, 6:30, after 6:30. But it's going to be from now on 6, and then we may have a new show starting next week that'll be at 5. I'll be at 6, and then the Glam show will be right after that, around 7, 7:30. So you're going to have 3 shows on a Friday night. All right, 3 different shows, 3 different people, 3 different locations actually. Kind of cool. We can remote and do things from all over the place now. So really cool. So you're going to get a full pack Friday night. As always, you can cherry pick, do the ones you want, watch the ones you want. No harm, no foul on my end. You're not hurting my feelings. There's always somebody for somebody. That's just the way it works. But I am glad you're here with me tonight. So we have a cheap date night, and I'm going to alter the format a little bit so you guys know the deal. So pre-pandemic, it was we'd come on, we'd talk about movies, television, and then music. All right, so the movie portion has been kind of blown out of the water. Other than Bill and Ted just came out, and I'm probably going to check that out because I'm a Bill and Ted guy from a long time ago. So other than that, obviously movies are different. It's not like you can go to the theater. Production on most, you know, major motion pictures is like gone, done, not there. They're trying to scale down, doing other types of things, you know, small screen movies, etc. So that's all altered and different. We'll talk about a little bit about that too. So normally, again, it's TV, it's movies, and then it's music. So music for sure, always do the music. We'll talk a little bit about TV, and then we'll talk a little bit on you know, what the difference is now in the movie industry. So I've got a young blood back because now he's like kind of working for me, kinda. Part of the team. Kinda. He's, well, let's put it this way, part of the crew. Part of the crew now. Squad. I don't know about that. I ain't doing no squad. I used to be a squad leader, by the way, a real squad. So this is my, let me see, it's here Friday, and I am going to be out of town, out of area, for roughly most of next week. So I'm up in the air about next Friday's cheap date night. It'll be, I'll either remote it in or I'll have another come up. Okay, so the schedule's going to be a little bit different, and I will post into the group, SuperMex Nation on Facebook. That's where I disperse most of my information. Okay, that's where I post most of my stuff in terms of what I want you to see or read. So go to SuperMex Nation. It's easy enough. You'll know it once you see the logo and the symbol. SuperMex Nation or SuperMex International, the main page for the company and for the network. Either way, SuperMex Nation is the group, and that's where I disperse and disseminate a lot of my information on what's going on. And that's where I also put out the schedule. And I'm going to be better about that. I kind of started to do the schedule, but then I didn't. Now I'm going to, because we're going to need to, because we have more shows now. We have more content. We're going to be up to 10 probably before this, into this coming month. And then I've got a big announcement about the network and things that we're going to be doing. They're going to help us grow in a monster way. All right, so that's coming at least from when I get back on off the trip. And it's a positive. It's just a great thing. It's good for all of us. It's going to help me grow what I'm doing. And it just means more content for you guys. You know, there's more to check out, right? And a variety, a diversity of cool stuff from all over the place. Not just political, but entertainment, funny stuff. I'm going to have some gamers, sports, you name it. It's going to be everything under the sun that you can discuss, talk about, or anything in the human endeavor. So, again, so you'll get a 10-minute of truth on the Monday. We may put something up on the Tuesday. I'm still kind of haggling with it because I want to fill the spaces. But you'll always get the Miller Boys on the Wednesday at 8. And then you have now the Island Taste at 7:30 on Thursday. And TV Musica with Maria Rengel will be back also on that Thursday. And then again, the wrap up the end of the week, you're going to get probably a new program. Won't make the announcement yet. We'll put it into the group. And then you'll get Cheap Date Night, and then you get the Glam Show. So you get 3 shows on the Friday. So we're filling the prime time schedule, and we're getting there. And so I'll put that schedule out so you guys will know what's coming, the type of show, etc. And again, as always, you get to choose what you want to watch. Nobody's hurting, harming, making you do something. It's the American way, baby. You got choice. So that'll be this coming week, and I'll put up, there'll be at least 1, probably 2 new programs with entirely new hosts and different shows come up next week. in addition to the ones we already have. So I'm really looking forward to that. And we're almost at a happy place where even if I'm not in location, it still gets done. That's when you're a leader and you say you know you're doing a good job, is that the things happen even when you're not around. That's good leadership. That's good unit. That's good unit structure. No, it doesn't matter who's not there, whether it's the private or the general. The mission gets done. That's my goal. That's my purpose. That's principle for me. Okay, so I've got little Moises with me tonight, Mo Hernandez. And Moises is doing creative stuff for me, content creation, and creative director. Should I give you that title? Should I just give you the title? Creative director. I want
to know title.
Oh, yeah. Well, that can't work. That can't work. I was like, I think when I told little AP, you want to create your own position, it was like, it was being, like, well, I was like, man, third alternate of the multiverse. Lord of alternate realities or something, like, what the hell, man? Hey, people create these damn names and just do whatever the hell they want anyway. Like, and I told both of you guys, like, for me, I don't care. As long as the job gets done, mission gets done. I don't give a damn what somebody calls you.
I couldn't give you a straight answer because I do a lot of different other stuff. So
that's what I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
You do all kinds
I'll
of
talk
stuff.
about it too. We can talk about stuff like that.
We will. We will. But for the most part, the main underlying point, and I think the thing that at least I would hope, intrigues you the most or motivates you the most is building something much bigger than an individual show or an individual person, right? Conceptually, it's so much more. And I haven't even fleshed out for you and AP and others yet the full scope of the things that I've got in my head that we're beginning to put out. And I'm really looking forward to that. And it's kind of like give you guys some, then once you see it happen, like, okay, there's belief and there's trust. And then you give a little bit more, then that happens, and there's more belief and trust. And over time, like, okay, this guy's got a track record or a pattern of he does these things that he says he's going to do. They get done, and they're good. They help me. So, I'm going to believe when he says there's more coming, right? That's the way it works.
You need that driving force. So you're the one that's put in the work, that has a vision, and you just need people around you to match you and meet you
execute
at your
the vision.
Intensity.
Execute the vision, right? That's it. And for no other reason than, like, I'm an old timer, right? I'm about to hit 50, so it's like got a lot in the head, lived a big good life, and now it's time to, like, put this stuff out that I had always wanted to do. And not a coincidence, I think I've told you this too, you and AP and the others. Some people make memes, others make millions, but some people are good at certain things, other people are good at other things. The one thing that I've always been good at, going nearly 30 years, is I work well, understand well, do well with young guys, young males, young men. That's my wheelhouse. It's 30 years, nearly 3 decades of working with young men. And I think I mentioned, in an endorsement hoorah stuff, I have never had a negative incident in 30 years, nearly 30 years of working with young people. I've never had a negative incident on my watch. That's hard, especially when it's kids, right? Kids can do something crazy.
Yeah.
But we have never had a negative incident on my watch. Proud of that, knock on wood, right? But I think it's too late in the game because I don't work with kids as much anymore. I'm like phasing out, so it's probably less likely that it'll happen now.
They're not the same anymore.
And they're not the same, but ultimately.
Nah, they are.
Well, ultimately it's like you teach kids well, you educate them, you foster them and raise them properly, bring them up, and I don't mean just your own kids, kids in general. Then you have less problems. You're less likely to do well in whatever it is you're doing. So I'm confident that the team that we're building, and I'll put that on air now, yourself, AP, and Terry Lelea, who also has a show, I'm real confident that 3 of you guys are going to be able to handle everything that I've got and learn and grow with it, so that as we grow and learn, the programming and the network will be even better. And I don't want one good guy. I want a team. I want a team. A team can get more done than one individual.
Yeah.
I don't need Rambo. I need SEAL Team 6. That's it. Rambo's nice and cool and plays for the cameras, but the guys that really get the job done are Delta Force, SEAL Team 6. It's a team, and they operate cohesively. They're all experts in each of their individual fields. They don't step on each other's toes. They are selfless in their approach to their mission. They sacrifice of themselves for the larger, and they know that their leadership is going to take care of them. That's what I'm building here. That's what we're doing. Sounds kind of militant, but I'm military, so that's where it goes.
I mean, I appreciate that and I admire that. You know me, like hustlers, entrepreneurs could admire and respect somebody like yourself that's pretty straightforward about, when you approached me, you were straightforward about what you wanted to do.
Never lie.
And I respected that, and I was like, yeah, I'm with that too. And things happen for a reason. I could, some of my prior work, doing the political work in Fresno County. I came from LA, but learning just how people live out here, and it's tough out here, and people that motivates me. The kind of content we're putting out there. You just had an interview with SB and Eliseo, people that I knew from my political work, and now you had they have a space, the opportunity for a space.
Those dogs are my crime partners. They're good guys.
And to really highlight these issues that other people are working really hard on, and give them this platform, which is great, and that motivates me. I know other people, they'll appreciate this very much. Like
I tell people flat out, I say, I'm doing Lord's work. And they're like, what? And I'm not super religious, right? I don't talk about it often. I don't talk about my faith or what I do or how I do it or what my book is. But I do say things like that as I do the Lord's work. If you look at the body of my life and the work that we've done, I've never harmed another person, intentionally or, even unintentionally. I make people better. I sacrifice to make others better. I give of myself to make everybody around me better. And if someone really wanted to sit down and put a microscope on my life, go ahead. I'm good. And you only can say that because you're good, right? It's done. But I genuinely, like with Eliseo and Espy, those two guys, their heart's in the right place, and all we're going to do is give them a vehicle to continue to do good work and draw focus and attention to the good work that they do so they can do more good work. And all they're doing is helping me because we're going to grow, and they're going to do their content in Spanish. And you heard what I said about that. I want Spanish and English. Spanish and English. It's a cognitive process. Knowing multiple languages is beneficial to the cognition. Not knowing more than one is not as beneficial. That doesn't mean you're dumb. It just means you don't know as much. I like knowing more. But having them is going to be a benefit to us. They're going to procure us another audience, another part of our community, and people are going to come to us. And when this thing is done, we're going to have people black, white, blue, green, orange, rich, poor, different geographies, different religions, different political philosophies. We already kind of have that, but it's only going to grow. And I'm going to say it, in the world we're living in right now, we need that. We absolutely need that. We need someone leading, moving people in the same direction. And regardless of what people feel about me personally in terms of my political beliefs or my religious beliefs or whatever, like you said, I don't lie. I just tell you up front. And there are still enough people that like that. There are enough people that actually believe that someone that can look you in the eye and tell you straight is a good thing, and I believe that. And at this point, it's too late in the game for me to change that that method. I ain't changing for anybody, regardless of what the promise is or the win. And I got my own wins. I win every day waking up. I'm happy. That's a good song. All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
This was a really cheap date night.
It is an exceptionally cheap date.
Two dudes.
Exceptionally cheap date night. So let's break down our cheap date night. So let's real slam on the movie thing. So Bill and Ted, I think they came out yesterday. You're probably too young, man, but I mean, were you old enough?
Yeah, I seen the.
No, I know you've probably seen it, but I mean, were you alive when the first one came out?
No.
89.
I was born. No, I missed it by a year. Well, yeah, I was born 1990.
So I watched that mess in '89. The other one came out 3-4 years after, Bogus Journey. And I got to tell you, so you may know, may not know, because I think I posted in group. I love Keanu Reeves. I mean, you got to read the guy's story, how he got to where he's at, and what he's been the entire time, how he's been, who he's been. He's just a good person who just so happens to be famous and do good things, and he's got an outlet in a vehicle. I mean, let's face it, he didn't have to do Bill and Ted's third movie. He didn't have to. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He's John Wick.
Yeah.
He's John Wick, man. He's Neo. I mean, the dude can retire now, and forever he's John Wick. He's Neo. He's that guy. He's got lifetime credibility in terms of celebrity role, right? And then he goes back and he does Bill and Ted. I think that's hysterical. So I got to watch it because I've always been a big fan of him. And you know what's funny is that the little dude, the other guy, he looks kind of the same as he did, the same, fucking, 30 years ago, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
He looks the same, that little dude, man. Kind of freaked me out. So you gonna watch that?
Where can you go watch it?
I think you can get it on demand.
I get on demand.
I know that it was
The price goes to like double, right?
it's probably a crazy amount.
Yeah.
They're charging like $20 for a movie. That's like
I've seen
insane.
that. I think for Mulan they were charging like $30. I've
Yeah,
seen that
yeah, exactly.
advertising.
So I don't know if I want to pay
What about
that.
drive-in? I think drive-ins are still open.
Where?
You gotta find one. I think
Around here?
Madeira has
Oh, the Madeira
one.
drive-in, yeah.
Madeira drive-in.
So I got to tell you, it's like, I don't know if I'll pay $20 or $30 to watch Bill and Ted.
I'm wondering.
I don't know.
I'm wondering if you go to a county that doesn't care about the shutdown, and you find like you could probably find a movie theater that's open. Maybe in Clovis.
I don't think so.
Clovis don't care.
Nah, I don't think so. Nah, because I mean the laws are strict right now, and they'll crack
Yeah.
you. They'll crack you.
Okay.
I doubt it. But
Point
being,
yeah.
I don't think. Well, no, because I don't think they're in theaters. They're only in release.
They're only in release.
Yeah, they're only on demand release.
There was this movie about Christopher Nolan that was supposed to come out early this month, Tenet. So I'm a big Nolan fan. Christopher Nolan, the
Okay.
Dark Knight
Yeah,
trilogy,
yeah.
So whenever he puts a movie out, I make I actually want to go to the movie theater and watch it because the movies he puts out
Right.
are so good.
Need to be seen in the theater.
They need and the concepts that they talk about, like if you want to understand like what's going on in our world, like a Nolan film. Nolan is like the Kubrick of our time. He basically
Ooh, the Kubrick?
He is like
This guy.
if you break down like the whole Dark Knight trilogy, his first movies, where it's Batman being introduced to a shadowy group, that's
the League of Shadows.
The League of Shadows, and he gets trained and he takes them
Why
down
would I
because
know
they
that?
were hell bent on destroying civilization,
But were
right? They're hell bent on
They say where they hell bent for leather.
they're hell bent.
You don't know what that is. You know?
No, but
You don't know what that is?
no, I don't know what
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. Okay, It's
I'm gonna
before
have
my
some fun
time.
with you. I'm gonna have some fun with you. Okay, you do know, like, I got a monster amount of like stuff because I remember just about everything. I can educate you a little bit. Hell bent for leather. Anyway, go
Yeah.
ahead. That's Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. The movie the new Nolan film was basically like people need to take time and watch all the Nolan films, and you understand a little bit what's going on in our time, because if you like Trump, to me it's like he's a Joker to me. He kind of taps in. He's a Bane. He's hell bent on and the whole atmosphere is like
He's hell bent for something.
against civilization.
He ain't
So it's
hell-bent for
like
leather.
a lot of those themes. You see them present, and
They recur.
And the movies do a really good job at taking a person through that whole journey.
Right.
Like Inception. Did you watch Inception?
I did.
Okay, so
You know what? I've watched that again a couple times. Like, that was a damn good movie.
it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It really
Yeah.
is. I mean, I think it was staggering when it came out because, like, what the hell is this? Like, you're freaking out, right? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell are we watching?
I love
It's
that
crazy.
feeling.
So it boggles your mind.
Yeah.
And then you give it some.
It felt like it got out of shroom trip.
yeah,
I didn't even take shrooms.
exactly. You get some seasoning under it. You
Yeah.
get some time behind it. You're like, wow, that movie was like wicked deep, like on another level.
Mm-hmm.
And with some time, you get some appreciation to it, right?
Yeah.
Like good Mexican food, you gotta let it
Yeah.
sit for a while. That stuff. But yeah, so I did watch Inception. I'm a big fan of that movie.
And the theme of it is basically implanting ideas into people,
Correct.
and the subtle levels in which ideas get planted. So they implant the idea that he needs to break up the company because the dad wants the son to do something for his own self. But the movie is just like a whole, theatrical
I gotta
journey laid out.
I gotta pull some Inception shit on my son. a
So
little
so
more.
the new movie, it's called Tenet. It was supposed to be released early.
Tenet.
Yeah, and it's basically they dub it like part 2 of Inception, because they're
What?
bringing in like in Inception, like they're fighting at
Okay,
the elite
I'll watch it.
elite level. They're
Yeah,
fighting to break up big corporations, and they're using these guys at the very high level as they contract them.
Appropriate now.
Yeah. So the 10 is the same way. Like they're at the high level, they're bringing these guys, and I believe from reading the description of the movie is that there's some people up there that they're fighting, states or these forces are fighting each other, but they're manipulating like time. So there's like time travel to it. So
Okay.
it's
I'll watch that.
pretty dope,
I'll
yeah.
watch if it's supposed to
and
be.
it has geopolitics, so it has
Yeah.
geopolitics and stuff
So
like
if
that.
it's backed up to like what Inception was, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. That's Nolan then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Nolan
Okay,
film.
good. Okay, so I'm watching Bill and Ted. You got that one. I'll watch that too.
Yeah.
And it's called Tenet. So when is it out? Do you know?
It was out on August 11th.
Oh, it's out already.
Yeah, but I don't
it
know.
available?
They said it was in theaters, so it's like now streaming in theaters and.
That can't be right. Well, if it is, then it's going to be available. I'll check it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. No, I don't have time. I'm going to be busy as hell trying to get
Yeah.
all this stuff done. But
Dude,
I will remember that one. Tenet. Okay, so movies. I haven't watched a lot of TV. I don't know about you, other than like, hey, watch this. Real proud of the fact that I watched absolutely no coverage of either convention. That's a big deal. I watched not a minute of the Republican or Democratic convention. And I'm like, I had a buddy messaging me like, you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm serious. He goes, you're the last person I thought would not watch. It's like, I did it on purpose because we're down to about, what, 74, 75 days, 76 days, something like that. And I do believe that at this point, you need to step out of,
Yeah.
your physical form, you get into the astral form. you need to step
Yeah.
out of what is there right now because it's bad. I mean, it's bad.
It's bad.
The so deep that it doesn't matter what the other side says, whether it's right or wrong, accurate or not. They just won't. You won't listen to the other side, or you'll just disbelieve and then take shots and make fun of the other side. So I mean, it is the most toxic political atmosphere I've ever seen in my lifetime. Easily, it's not even close.
I could never really stomach hearing Trump speak. Like even when he was in the Apprentice show, I think I only seen like 1 minute of the whole time that they had that show on.
Yeah, you know
I think
what's
I
funny?
only seen 1 minute
If you
of that
watch
show.
that, because I did watch the show. I
That
watched
show
it.
was the most popular show in America
For a while.
like 4 years.
For a while.
It was, and it broke records.
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
And basically, like this is what pisses me off because that show rebranded Trump.
Well, correct. But it was only that popular. It was only that
It goes.
after they removed the regular Chucks and they put the celebrities in. That's when it started to do well. Because if you watched it, I watched it. They had regular people in like basically job interview format. They come in and then they do these things, right? And then he picks the one that's the best. They did that for a few years, 2-3 years, and then they did the Celebrity Apprentice. Then after that, they just did Celebrity Apprentice.
Then
They
Arnold
never
came in, right?
Yeah, that
Arnold?
was at the very end, at the last one. But they never did regular folk again. Nobody wants to watch regular people trying to get a job.
Yeah.
They wanted to watch the celebrities because they did stupid shit. That's what they did. They did stupid stuff left and right.
And why the fuck do they want to work for Trump?
They did.
If they're celebrities.
It wasn't. They didn't want to work for him. They wanted to be on the show to bring attention to their charity. That's why they did it. It wasn't that they wanted to work for him. This technically, they didn't.
How would they compete? Like,
Just a challenge. Okay, so and so, you got 2 teams. This one has to sell. You get X amount of budget. You go here. You open an ice cream shop. You go here and open an
they
ice cream
still
shop.
have to think business wise.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so it was about who brought in the most money. And so really what ended up happening is like with immediacy, right? With immediacy, it ended up being the celebrities that figured out it didn't matter how many damn ice creams you sold. It matters how much you sold the ice cream for. Okay, and I'm like not speaking
some Wolf of
specifically
Wall
about
Street
today.
shit.
So what they would do basically was like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll do this, and then they make a phone call. Hey, I need you to go buy this. I need you to come over here right now and buy this ice cream for $250,000. Huh? Yeah, it's a charity to them. So they would come and somebody would bring a big check and get the ice cream. It wasn't anything about the widgets, the creation.
And it wasn't about the charity.
It was
either.
just amazing. Well, it was because because the charity's got the money.
The charity was real.
The charities got the money,
Okay,
yeah. So
okay.
all their charities, the celebrities, that's where they would go on to win money for their charity. They would get the money that was won, in the challenge. The ones that lost didn't get any money. But that was it, and it was a good concept. But I'll say this: the one thing I do remember about Trump, my wife and I would watch this. I'd joke about it all the time, never without fail. At the end of each episode, do the boardroom thing, right? And no matter what, whoever he chose, and it's entirely arbitrary. And like somebody watching right now, like, oh, you're picking on Trump, I'm going to be mad at you. Go ahead, I don't give a damn. You're not going to hurt me. Seriously.
I didn't like
But
his show.
this is all fact, by the way. It's all fact. 1 week, he would say, oh, I fired this person. I'm firing you because, oh, you're fired because you didn't do X and I wanted you to do Y. Okay? Stay with me. Stay with me. The next week, he would come back and fire somebody. Well, I'm firing you because you didn't do Y when I wanted you to do X. It was literally the opposite. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
It was entirely arbitrary, depending on his mood or what he said. There was no consistency to his leadership style. That's the one thing that I would say, or my wife would think I was nuts. Like, why do you analyze all that stuff, right?
No, but
because
you have to.
It was leadership.
You have to.
It was a leadership model.
Yeah.
He never chose anybody based on any set principles or values from him as a leader. He never chose or decided based on anything of value or relevance. It was or I heard somebody said something bad about you. See what I'm getting at? That's kind of how he runs the White House. Yeah. That's the White House right now. It literally is a reality TV show. It is. That's the way he ran his show. So obviously I'm not for that kind of White House. But here we are, right? But that was so I did watch The Apprentice. And I was just amazed that like he would come on every week. He said exactly the opposite the week before. And then like he flips it. And then the other thing was this. He always had, an expert on either side of him. The daughter or the son or other experts in their field. He had one of his like a CFO, the old guy. They would come on and they would be on either side of him. They would give him counsel. They would tell him what they think.
Just like they're doing it right now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so they would choose or he would make the decision and he said, you're fired. And so they would walk out and he would stand there doing it or sit here doing his thing. And then without fail, and this is exactly what the White House is right now, without fail, the two people that were on the side of him, whether it was the daughter or the son or the other son or one of the, the executive officers in his company, almost like with uniformity, they would turn around and say, oh, that was the right decision. Oh, that was the right decision. Even not 5 minutes earlier, they were saying to fire this guy. He fires the other one. And they turn around, oh, that was a good call, Mr. Trump. That was a great call. That's exactly the right decision. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I know you work for the guy, but I don't want somebody working for me that's just going to kiss my ass and tell me what I want to hear. I want you to tell me the damn truth. Because maybe I don't agree with you, but I want to know what you see that I don't. And maybe I use your information, maybe I don't, but I need to know. Otherwise, you're in your own bubble and you think you know everything, which is what we've got in the president. He thinks he knows everything.
So you say
he alone can fix it.
Your wife tells you that you're looking into it too much by going and analyzing.
Well, it was like not
because I feel like you did a really good analysis. Like I think anybody that watched The Apprentice and it still has memory of that, 'cause that's 20 years ago, right?
That was it.
That was 20 years ago. And people call USA United States.
At the time, it was like I was like, and then she would give me hell like, come on, it's just a show, but. Think about it. It was just a show. The problem is that just a show is now the shit show that we're living in. That's the show. I mean, that reality show is what we're living in.
People were laughing back then, and people were gasping
I was seeing it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be the first to say, it's not like I could get the SuperMex crystal ball and know that he's going to be president. I didn't know that. But what I did know is like he was entirely arbitrary in his leadership model. He had no set principle or value that he adhered to. And so it was inconsistent, and you never knew who was going to be. But the only constant, the one thing you knew for sure that was going to happen was whoever was in the room with him would tell him that was the right decision, no matter what. He was never wrong.
One thing about
even when he was wrong,
that show it rebranded him into. It made people think that he's a really successful businessman. This is the way that businessmen operate.
When he wasn't,
and their demeanor. But he wasn't, because people that had memory of him in the 90s, I think the headlines were that he was always going bankrupt, failed experiments. He had that Trump steaks, Trump golf course that went to shit here in Fresno.
Oh yeah, running horse. Running horse.
The only
But that's the method, though. I'm going to say this. That's the method in business. It doesn't matter about what happens 10 years from now. It happens what you get right now. That's the method. Get what you can right now. Lie, cheat, steal. Tell them what they got to hear. There's a sucker born every minute, P.T. Barnum. And as the population grows, there's more suckers. So he goes and he suckers people and gets them to believe in something, gets them to take money, licenses his name to them, takes their money and gets the hell out of Dodge, and their shit implodes, and he's gone.
He said he loved the Republicans and the highly uneducated. Remember?
Well, that's got to be proven out. I've seen that meme too.
Mm-hmm. He says a whole bunch of shit. Like he
does.
He just says a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, I don't want to look at.
Yeah.
Let me stop myself. I don't want to talk about this guy right now.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about the president.
You know, the only thing that he did that was good, that he did a good part of, was when he would come out on WWE on SmackDown, and he'd play that good. He'd come in there as like the mafia boss, and then he had a feud with Vince McMahon, his boy.
You're
now.
supposed to not. I don't want to talk about Trump. This is the guy. He doesn't want to talk about it. Because even that stuff, I think I saw like a clip of that, and all I thought to myself was, this guy's a candy ass, and you're portraying him as a tough guy. Trump couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. He couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. He's never fought, but he portrayed a tough guy.
Yeah, that's what you do. You do that in WWE. It's just acting.
No, from someone who's actually got his ass kicked a bunch of times just going to school. I know what an ass whooping is, and I know how to give one.
Yeah.
This portrayal that we live in now, and not just Trump, mind you, but just everybody. Everybody's a tough guy. Everybody's a keyboard warrior. You get on there and you're a badass, right? Because you can say it. Nobody's going to call you an account. That kid who shot those people the other day, he's a badass because he has an AR-15?
Yeah.
Because he can kill some people? He's not a tough guy. He's a punk. And I'll just say it, he's a punk. But he has a weapon, so he's a bad guy now, a tough guy. Position or something. You know, the way I grew up and the way my pop grew up, get your ass out in the street, throw chingazos. You don't pick up a knife or a gun. You go and let them fly. But you don't hide from anybody. You take your ass whooping, and the guy beats you, you respect him. Orle, cabrón, you know, you took me out, and you move on. If you took him, then good, and you move on. But this old tough guy thing, I'm getting kind of, you're not the one I'm going to be talking about with, but it's like, I'm tired of it. I mean, it's like everybody's a tough guy, and nobody's really a tough guy. They're not. They pretend to be. It's all the show, right?
Yeah, it's a show.
This is what we're talking about. So let me get off that because I don't want to talk about Trump anymore.
He trained himself pretty good.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the dude. It's like, ugh. It's still amazing to me, you know, the portrayal of what he is that he is not at all. Because I can look at him in one breath and I know exactly what he is not. Anyway, all right. So movies, television. Let's do music because we're not gonna be able to be here all night. Let's just get to some music. Okay. So this is what I wanted to do. Nothing like super specific, but I wanted to do, like this. So I got to go to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's got good music, good musicians. That whole Caribbean Latin thing is, man, I'm going, and it's not like I'm going to be able to go dance, right? Because there's nothing open. Everything's closed. I don't think the average American even knows that, but so Puerto Rico is shut down almost entirely. I was complaining as I came in today that I have to get the COVID test and it has to be negative within a 72-hour window or I can't get on the island. I have to have that in hand before I can fly onto the island. And that's a tight window because
because it takes 3 days, no?
Well, it has to be done in a 3-day window. The test. So you get it done like today. I was supposed to get it done today on a Friday late afternoon so that I get the result either tomorrow or Sunday. Worst case, early Monday. And then if it's 5 o'clock Friday here, Monday at 5, up until 5, I can get on the island and show a negative test. And they'll let me on. If it's after Monday at 5, I can't. I have to retake a test because it's out of the 72-hour windows. So it's been a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And I still don't have the damn test. My wife's supposed to be scheduling one for tomorrow. I'm like, it's been a pain in the butt. So you have to have that or you can't get on the island. The beaches are closed. Why do you go to Puerto Rico? The beach, right? The beaches are closed. I was like, whoa, boy. And I wasn't thinking about all that anyway, but I just they had to tell me once I booked, not just flight, but my hotel, they had to tell me everything because they had to inform me. Mr. Martinez, if you're coming, you have to know this. The hotel I'm at, and this like for all of them, the restaurants are all shut. They only have like one that meets the requirements for like room service. They can't do room service, but you can order and you can go pick up. And they think they have something of a breakfast. You can go pick like a baggie you can pick up. So the restaurants, some are open, but they're outdoors. They have to be outdoors. I think curfew, it was like crazy. Curfew is at 10 to dawn the next morning. So you can't be out at all after 10 o'clock. You have to be shut up in your joint, wherever you are, hotel or whatever. I was like, okay, I'm going for business. I'm not really care. You're not going to kill me by telling me I can't go anywhere. I'll
That's
get on my
strict,
laptop
though.
and do other stuff.
That's
But it
strict,
is.
yeah.
So 10 o'clock to the following morning curfew every night. You cannot buy alcohol past 7 p.m.
Dry county or what is that?
Not dry, restrictions.
Okay.
So after 7 p.m. you cannot purchase alcohol. And then on Sundays, everything is shut and you have to quarantine in place. Everything. And there's no alcohol sale on Sunday.
Wow.
So I was like, whoa, man, they're kind of crazy. So Miami's kind of like that too, Florida, because Florida's hit hard right now. So I didn't know all this stuff. And, you know, even when I heard it all, I'm like, the gal was really good, the hotel lady. She's doing her job, letting me know all this stuff that we can't do. And I think maybe she was wondering, like, I'll just say, hell with it, I'm not coming, you know, right? Like, no, I got business I got to take care of. My business isn't going to hang out at the beaches. My business isn't going to be, you know, at a club at 11 at night. My business is with people on that island that I got to talk to and we've got to do things with. And we'll have a meeting, you know, or I'll go to their place or whatever. We'll make it work. But, you know, clearly not going to, you know, the island to do anything but, you know, work. I got work to do there.
Yeah.
But I thought it was, you know, it's funny that, you know, you're going to go to the Caribbean, but you're not going to be able to get on the beach or do anything. I was like, You know, I've told friends, like, I'm SuperMex, man. I'll make it work. I got stuff to do, and there are important things that I'm going to do. I'll share a little bit when I get back. There will be a few announcements I want to make about some of the things that I've got going on the island with the network, actually, with SuperMex International Network. And then some other stuff that I'm going to do that's more of a right and wrong issue and a belief issue about the island and the people of Puerto Rico. One sidebar, interesting, good note for you guys. Puerto Rico, the island, and Puerto Rico, the Puerto Ricans, the people, they are one of, if not the highest serving percentage of Americans in the country by subgroup.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous. They serve. And I know that because I serve with a lot of Puerto Rican guys. Good friends, right? They're all good buddies. But Puerto Ricans, by percentage of population, serve in greater numbers than almost every subgroup in America. They're American, you know, and they get treated like second-class citizens. That's another matter, but that is kind of a side note to why I'm going. There are things like that I'm going to talk about or address. I may even do it on air. We may even build a show out. Social justice, right?
That'd be good.
I mean, those people need justice, like what we were talking about with the other guys earlier. Those people need justice. They need equality. They need to be treated like real Americans, not just as that island that we throw money at, and then we don't want to hear about it.
Them.
That too.
Yeah.
So we don't.
Good talent comes from Puerto Rico. Like you said, good music.
Oh yeah, so we'll do the music right now. But I mean, they have, you know, culturally, they're rich and deep in a lot of different things. And I am intrigued to you know, I've not been. We did a trip to the Bahamas once, but that was just like a hit and run thing on a vacation package. But I've not ever been on a Caribbean island for more than a day, and so I am interested to see, to feel, you know, what these people are, other than what I knew from the men that I served with. You know, I definitely want to get a feel for the island. There's a lot to do there. There's a lot of opportunity there to see them grow and do things. And so I'll save that, because when I come back, things go well, I'll announce on air some of the stuff that I'm going to be involved with for Puerto Rico, with Puerto Rico, and more than just some music. Trust me, it's going to be more than that. So I'm really looking forward to this trip. Again, they are a strong, hardworking, tough people. Think about how many times they get battered by hurricanes and other things.
Yeah.
They are tough people, man.
Are you going into like a area that was recently?
No, just San Juan. I'm going to go into San Juan. Well, if it's battered, then it is. But I'm just going to the capital.
Did it get?
I don't think so. I think they maybe just caught rain. I don't want to. Don't quote me on anything. But I think they just caught rain. But I'm going for the people. I want to meet the Puerto Rican people. I want to talk to them. I want to feel them. I want to, you know, their thing, what they are, who they are, why they're so damn tough, how they can, you know, get battered every year no matter what, knowing that another one's coming, they're going to get smacked, and yet they persevere and continue. That's a strong ethic, you know, personally. So let's do that, because that's the simple, right? The easy is that we know they got good music. So let's do this. You check out on yours what you got.
Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican. Okay. Puerto Rican music, Puerto Rican artists. And I mean, there's a lot of good music. and going back a long, long time, that they've had good music and good musicians, by the way. Some of the simple ones, like I think right now my favorite Puerto Rican artist, like period, musician, is probably Bruno Mars.
Okay.
I mean, I think he's the best vocalist in pop, soul, whatever. I think he is. He's the best vocalist. That kid is a master of a vocal. Incredible vocal. Okay, so they got albums. Well, let me do that. I'll start.
Okay.
Because I like that kid. I love his voice. I love everything he does. I mean, he's a phenomenal musician, phenomenal vocalist. And I genuinely believe, I think he's the best vocalist, you know, in pop, in the music industry, period. That's what I feel. All right, so I'm going to do... I've done a few of his songs for other things, you know, on the show, on Cheap Date Night in particular. But let me pull up something that I know what I'll do. I'm going to do... And that's what I'll do. Yeah, that's a good idea. A little bit of education.
Okay. I got
You
an
got
artist.
something? All right, hold on a second. Let me get this one up. There it is. All right, so this is the first song that I heard Bruno Mars on. And he wasn't like, it wasn't his song. It was another artist. But I heard his vocals. And I'm like, damn, that kid's good. And then it was like within a year, he just started blowing the hell up. This is at the beginning of this past decade. So the song is with B.O.B. B.O.B. kind of dropped off the charts. You don't hear that guy anymore. But he was pretty damn good too. So it's B.O.B., Bruno Mars, with Bruno Mars. The song is Nothing on You. And when you hear it, you'll know it like, oh yeah, that song, that was a good song. It was a great song, man. It was just a great singing song too. See if we can get that going. Come on, internet. Where'd you get that? On the internet. Where? On the internet.
Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. Got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. They might say hi, I might say hey.
Is he full Puerto Rican?
I think so.
Okay.
About what they say. Nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you.
Nothing on you. Nothing on you. Where you never come from.
Regardless of the things in the past that I've done.
Most of it really was for the hell of the fun. On the carousel, so away I'm not spun. With new direction, just trying to get some. Trying to chase skirts, living in the summer sun. And so I lost more than I had ever won.
And honestly, it ended up with none. Yeah, that's a great song. So that's the first song I ever heard Bruno Mars on. And I'm like, who is that kid? That guy's got a great vocal. And the whole decade, I think I named him my artist of the decade for the whole decade. And if you look at the catalog of music that he had from 2010 up until 20, ridiculous. And then varied, right? And then all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, that guy's incredible.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican. All right, what you got?
Shoot, I'm going old school. I'm going
What is
Cheo
old school?
Feliciano. I think the song is
What you trying to do?
Boleros. So like, you know, like I
Okay.
said, my family's from...
Yeah.
So I listen to a whole bunch
All
of
right, spell it.
Cheo Feliciano.
C-H-E-O?
Yeah, C-H-E-O.
Like
Feliciano.
Eliceo Gamino?
Yeah, and Feliciano is
Wait a minute.
F-E-L-I.
Cheo
Feliciano. You can either play Anacaona or...
Feliciano. There he is.
So the thing is with like the Caribbean music is that it's gone through a lot of evolutions because like Puerto Rican music, like usually people
So
think
he's Puerto Rican.
he's Puerto Rican, but he's like more old school, like because the sound for Puerto Rican now is like the reggaeton,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
But you go back into you have the mixture of the their
You get much
Caribbean
more
instrument-
percussion.
Yeah, much more
and
percussion,
much more
rhythm. It's similar to like tropic
Which I
music.
like.
Yeah,
You know, but
like
I
that
do
too.
like the new stuff too. Okay, so what were the songs? I've got Contigo, Amada Mia,
Amada, you could which one?
Anacaona.
You could do Anacaona.
Okay, that's it. So Cheo Feliciano. So how old is he, or what year? What decade?
He's
How
from
far
the
back?
golden era for like the 50s and 60s.
That's 50s, 60s. Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right, let's do it.
Then we can do some reggaeton. Didn't want to play?
The internet.
Oh. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, you know.
That's it, like. Hey, caught me mid move,
This is the
man.
stuff that people be up late at night dancing at the
oh yeah,
at the clubs, at the bars, old school. Yeah.
that's some good old beat.
They would say they see us partying now. They'd say like, you guys don't know how to party and have a good time. We used to know how to do it back in our day.
Yeah, that's some all night dancing stuff right there.
That's some all night
That's
dancing.
all night dancing stuff. It's like sun comes up. Hey, we're still dancing. I'm still moving, man. Oh, I broke my hip. Oh yeah, you pulled out some good old stuff there.
Have you heard of the Saint Havana Nights?
Yeah.
So there was a movie too, Havana
Yeah,
Nights. So like the rich people in the U.S. would go to Havana,
Correct.
and they got kicked
To
out
party.
after
They would go there to party.
to party exactly, because they know how to party, I guess, you know.
I don't know, brother. Because I mean, back then, like the restrictions, they didn't have any. I mean,
No.
they were like wild. You can do whatever the hell you want there. That's why Americans would go down to the islands, because they could do, you know, hey man,
Yeah.
there's no rules over here. We could do whatever.
And the atmosphere,
Exactly. Swanky.
swanky.
So I'm gonna do this, just because it's like it's obligatory. It's the biggest damn song in the world last year.
Okay.
It was the year before. And it's still a damn good song. What was that?
Still a Puerto Rican artist.
Yes.
Okay.
It's only Puerto Ricans.
Oh yeah.
Other than him.
Who's Luis Fonsi, right?
Yeah.
Luis Fonsi. Okay.
When they did that remix with Bieber. And it was good. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's a good song.
You fit me, telling me love how you put it on. Got the only key, know how to turn it on. The way you never lie my ear, the only words I wanna hear. Baby, take it slow so we can last long. Tú eres el imán y yo soy el metal. Me voy acercando y voy armando el plan. Solo con pensarlo se acelera el pulso. Oh yeah, ya me está gustando más de lo normal. Todo mi sentido más.
And that's just good dancing music too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sin ningún apuro. Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito.
Yeah, that was like the biggest song on the planet that year. Monster. 2017, that was the biggest song in the world.
Yeah.
All right, so Daddy Yankee and Luis Fonsi, they're Puerto Rican guys. All right, what you got? Who you got?
I got Menudo.
What?
Menudo.
That doesn't count, does it?
That's the band.
That's Puerto Rican?
Well,
They're
look,
Mexican.
no. Cheyenne and Ricky Martin
Oh.
were the
okay.
leads.
Fair enough. No, you're right.
In that band.
You could have just picked Ricky Martin. Huh?
No, I don't know a good Ricky Martin. But I'm gonna go Menudo.
There's only one Ricky Martin song to play. All right, so we'll go to Menudo. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But you just
I'm
gave
old
me-
school, man.
You just gave me a thought. You ain't old school. You don't even know what the other damn songs are. All
For Menudo, I know a couple songs from
Menudo's
Menudo.
greatest hits. You know what the Menudo's greatest hits are?
Let's do Ven Claridad.
A little bit of salsita, a little bit of limon.
Saturday mornings.
Sunday too.
Or Sunday
Sunday too.
morning.
Hey, Sunday too. Wrap around. I've been doing both days. All right, so I've got Menudo's Greatest Hits album. What do you want on there?
Is it Claridad? Or would we call name a couple? Let's see.
No, I don't see that. Okay, so you got A Volar, Súbete a mi moto, Quiero rock. That's what, I remember that damn song. I remember that song. Okay, Si tú no estás, y yo no bailo. Oh, I can't do that song. Quiero ser, Voy a América, Chiquitita, Sabes a chocolate, No te reprimas, Clara, Es por amor, Señor mía, y Los fantasmas.
They don't have Claridad.
I don't see that.
Maybe this wasn't one of their greatest hits. Maybe it was just kind of like.
Is that what you want?
Yeah. Put that one.
Try to find it. All right, so Menudo. Get out of there, fool.
And Menudo was like the Spanish boy band before there was English boy bands.
Exactly. Man, they were like a process. It wasn't just like a set amount of guys.
Yeah.
They would rotate them in as the others got older. They would move guys in. It was a
That's
business.
True. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was a business.
Yeah.
They would crank in new ones.
I mean, they racked up some. What would you say? They pulled out some good artists.
They did well. See if I can find this. They did well, and they were there for a while. And every time, one guy got a little too old, like in his 20s, they'd crank in a new one in the teens.
Right.
They would rotate him in. Claridad.
Yeah, it is Claridad. It's Menudo. Did you find it?
Okay. That's Menudo, man. I never thought I'd play some Menudo. There it is. Never say never.
Good pop. Hasn't gotten old.
Holy smokes. Wow.
It's a Liberty song,
The original boy band.
That's described too. Classics, man.
Man, I never thought I'd be playing me some Menudo. Holy smokes.
You're going to be bumping that on your way
All
back
right.
home.
No, I'm not. Not going to do that. So you brought up that mess. You got a few more here.
I think that's a unhidden gems. People haven't heard Menudo.
A hidden gem.
Is
that what we're calling it?
I think they moved
a hidden lump of coal. A hidden lump of coal.
Hey, man.
Come on. Oh, that was wrong. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong one. Yeah, what the hell. And that's for your mess. That's for your mess.
Who's the artist? It's a mystery artist.
If you can't get it, you don't know.
Olga Talking about Puerto Rican artists.
Man.
Hey, he's probably the number.
I remember the
He's
damn
probably
song.
number one.
I remember the damn song.
Where's J-Lo at? Is she considered a Puerto Rican artist too?
I think she is.
Is she Puerto
Look it
Rican?
up. I think so.
Or do they classify her as American?
Close up and get days in the rain. Away the pain into your brain. Oh man. Yeah, oh boy. I can't believe I played that. Woo! Menudo to Ricky Martin.
We're keeping it Puerto Rican though. Puerto Rican talent. The best has come out of
But
Puerto
here,
Rico.
I tell you what, here's the thing. So I'm going to go to the island. If they hear this, they're going to say, man, you played that. I was like, what you going to do? But in all seriousness, I mean, they're known for their music. Puerto Rican artists are known for their music.
Yeah.
And then, like, the stuff we're playing here, this is big. You know what I mean? That damn song was like the biggest song of the damn world when it came out. You just knew it. Everybody knew it was Ricky Martin, right? But that one, Despacito, same. And then these others. I mean, by the way, the Feliciano, that's a good call.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good old school.
Tañón too.
That's some good old school, old Caribbean music.
Yeah.
Not that has altered to be, and I don't mind the stuff that's now too, because I like reggaeton and I like the other stuff that they play. But I dig on it. So, all right, I did Ricky Martin. That's ugly. Right back on you.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Olga Tañón.
Habuba.
Yeah. Let's see
Okay.
which-
You educate me.
Let's go Olga Tañón.
Olga. Spell it.
OLGA.
No, not Olga.
Oh.
Jesus, ain't that bad.
Tañón. TANON.
TAN.
ON.
That's it.
Yeah. But the it's an Enya, so the
Oh, okay. Olga. All right, there she is, right there. All right, what song?
let's do Es Mentiroso.
Find it. So translate for the audience. What does that mean?
Es Mentiroso. She's talking about a dude that did her bad, and she's calling him a liar.
Liar.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah. Es
A
Mentiroso.
liar. Liar.
So guys, don't do girls dirty. Hurt their feelings.
Es
They write a
mentiroso.
song
I don't
about
see
you.
it.
If you want
That's
that.
like a modern day Taylor or back then Taylor Swift. What was it called again?
Es Mentiroso.
Yes, I don't see it.
Or you could do Basta Ya if you find that one.
Come on. Yeah, that's there. Okay. Basta Ya by Olga Tañón. Get it up. That's some good old dancing cumbia stuff right there.
Yeah. See. You feel-
That beat, it's like easy, smooth.
Yeah. She's won a couple Grammys too.
Really?
Yeah.
Good sing.
Yeah. You did know of Celia Cruz, right? So yeah.
Yeah, that's classic, really.
Yeah.
Okay. We're about, I'm gonna go one more. We'll go one more each. I'm gonna do, well, the easy one. I'll do the easy one. Because that's new, or newer. Find. There we go. So I'm gonna do Daddy Yankee, because I do listen to his stuff and I like him. He's got a pretty good catalog now, though. The music that he's put together. He's been around a while, and he's been doing it right for a while, and he's still cranking out hits. One on Con Calma that was this past year. That's a damn good song. He did it with the White Guy Snow, and then Katy Perry remixed on it. That was a good song. Some of his earliest stuff I really like. That stuff was raw, as they were building, reggaeton.
Gasolina?
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Gasolina.
That one's that's like kind of the staple for what reggaeton should be. You know what I mean? The sound of it, that's kind of it. Yeah, I'm gonna play that new one. And I like it because the dance crew that They do the video too. Yeah, he's been doing it a while. He's not a rookie, and he's still cranking out good stuff. What the hell? The hell, Katy Perry, you little baby. For me. It's a boom boom girl. Tonight, be tight, have stimulation. Maybe yeah, I like that song. It's a great video too. Video's badass. All right, what you got? Last one.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Monchi y Alexandra.
Habuba?
Yeah,
Yeah, spell that mess.
Monchi y Alexandra. Or how about if you type in the song Hoja en Blanco, Hoja. That's Hoja en Blanco. So this one's like a bachata, and bachata is Puerto Rican style.
N-E-N?
Yeah, E-N.
Blanco.
Blanco.
I like bachata music. I got to listen to more, but I've heard some, and I'm like, yeah, I like that.
This is a good one.
Oh, but is it a good one?
Yeah, it's a good
What was the first spelling?
The band's name is Monchi y Alexandra.
No, but the word, the
Hoja.
song.
Hoja en Blanco. You sure? Mm-hmm. Or the band, if you the artist.
Blanco y Negro?
No.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Blanco. They're Puerto Rican?
Yeah, Monchi Alexandra.
Oh, yeah, okay. His name's Monchi. Is this newer?
No, this is classic.
Yeah,
this is
that's what I
like
was
about
saying.
10 years old.
That's nice. I like
Yeah.
that. That's some good dance stuff, too.
Yeah, you have to learn the bachata step. It's like
I learn any step. SuperMex dance. I could two-step to that. I'm
Could you say
serious.
that?
I could two-step. I told you I could two-step to anything. You name any kind of music genre, I could two-step. She's Puerto Rican, both of them?
don't quote the bachata is Puerto Rican. I think they are.
The music
Yeah, yeah.
is. The music is.
You know what?
The artist,
guess
you don't
they
know?
are.
The artist?
I would guess they are.
You just throwing something up
If
there.
they're playing bachata, let me see.
Throwing
right now.
something up there. All right. Oh, well, we're good. I got
Let's
that.
see what they are.
Hey, I'm interested in, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that because, like I said, there's not much going on in terms of any kind of activity.
They're not too far away. They're from the Dominican Republic.
The DR. But and then there's not going to be much action for me to go see, even if I wanted to. But the music, you know, I want to.
So you would regularly, like, the music you would experience that, like, by the beach. You'd find, like, musical, you know, troupe playing or something like that.
Go hit a club that would be close to the beach and go, you know, nightlife and whatever. That's all gone. That's all done. So I don't know. You know, I'll figure something out. But I want to, you know, I want to hear some music. I'd like to go hear somebody play. Maybe if somebody's just playing out, maybe outdoors or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. I want to get some music. I want to get the music on there. Just that I do that everywhere I go. You know, music's a big component. So going another place, you got to go get the art life.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we're good. We're done. It's almost 8. All right, so we're done. We did our business in a little relaxed, lazy way tonight. Relaxed, lazy way.
Night.
But it's not like you guys can go to the club, right? Oh, yeah. So tonight, as soon as we're done, we're about to wrap up here. So it's 7:57 my time. So the Glam Show will come up in about 4 or 5 minutes as soon as we're done here and as soon as I finish up. As soon as we're done, the Glam Show will come up. And again, Gabby's in New York doing her thing and putting together her shows. And she'll be consistent and keep coming up on the Friday nights right after me and whatever other programs we have. So thank you guys for trudging through with me tonight. We just kind of like laid back, relaxed talk about good stuff, and then talking about the island of Puerto Rico that I'm going to go visit and talk to the people, get to know them, get to see if we can do some things to help, you know, their people. I mean, they are a tough people. And I'm going to say it, and you guys need to get it straight. They're Americans. They're Americans. And it's about time they started getting treated like Americans, and I mean straight. So I'm looking forward to what I'm going to do over there, and I'll download and come back and you know, fill you guys in on what I got to see, what I got to do, what did get done in terms of business, and some future partnerships going on with people in Puerto Rico that benefit us and we benefit them. So I'm looking forward to that trip, business, and when I get back, you know, like I said, we'll download and I'll inform you guys of what's going on. So. This is my last night here. You'll get some stuff coming up the coming week that we've recorded today and tomorrow, and then I'll be back. And then I'll periodically post, you know, in the group, etc., in the Facebook and Instagram to keep ahead. But last thing before I let you go, so next week we're going to have at least 1, 2, maybe 3 entirely new programs joining SuperMex International, the network. And I'm really looking forward to that. We'll put those up over the weekend into Monday. And you'll know what times they're coming up, and you'll know what to get an opportunity to listen to. Patronize them. You know, it's not like we're making any money here. We're not getting rich doing this. We're literally creating content for people to listen to in the time of COVID. You know, there's not a lot going on. You can't go to a theater, but you're getting regular people doing life, art, entertainment, politics, social, cultural, all the above. So help my people out. We have more that are my people now, and they'll be on the network starting next week. Support them. Give them a listen. If you don't want to, then you don't have to listen going forward, but I'd like you to give them a shot. Give them an opportunity to be heard. Again, just regular folk doing regular things during a tough time. Okay? You know the deal. Be careful. Wear the mask. Be mindful of the other. It's nothing to do with you. And it doesn't matter how great you are and how badass you are, how you're not going to get sick. I never get sick. Not being facetious, I do not. But I wear the mask when I'm in company and I have people around, okay? Because it's not about me, it's about others. So that's there. And then just be careful. And for damn sure, don't go out in the streets. I'm not telling you not to protest or do anything like that, but come on, man. I mean, we've seen people die in the damn streets. Just be careful, all right? Stay home. Just stay home, stay with your family. That can't hurt either. Yeah. Anyway, that, and be mindful of the other while you're out, accidents, other things. Prayers to the people in the Gulf that are going to be dealing with the result of the hurricanes, and definitely prayers to our people up north in Northern California that are dealing with the fires, and they're creeping down into our area too. Massive loss of life vegetation, grass, forest. It's going to be with us for a while. A lot of ugly things going on right now, but just take care of each other. That's all I'm asking. All right? SuperMex Nation.